All right, you guys, this is the 10 emails that you are missing that is losing and leaving money on the table. These emails are going to literally be in order 1 through 10. So make sure you get a pen to write these down. This is for your welcome/nurture sequence from when you are giving something of value to your customers, the creative concept that you might see everybody doing ads to, that is allowing them to get the first taste for free of what your expertise is and how you're going to serve them in the long run of your relationship. And so that's email number 1. You're going to deliver the thing that you promised. Maybe you've brought them in from a quiz or an ebook or a devotional or a video mini course series or a webinar or a masterclass. The sky is the limit when it comes to how you can actually throw that first line, right? And get that first hook of experience with them. Remembering that it's not about selling at this point, it's about serving. And what can you serve them? And when we think about the heart of the Father, he always served first before he ever sold the ultimate understanding of salvation even. And so biblical foundation for everything that we do here, even something like email marketing, right? I really want you guys to look through the lens of how did Jesus do it? And as I go through this sequence, 1 through 10, you're about to get the goods here in just a second, is you comprehending that he did this not with a niche, right? He did this by opening and offering a broad casted net and saying, come one, come all. But when they came into close companionship with him, he asked them to do something. And it was not until he was courting them for a while that he did so. He said, follow me. He said, come into close community. And as he did that, the relationship and the bond became tighter and tighter into brotherhood, into sonship. And so recognizing that the very first time you send somebody, they're not going to buy the thing you want them to buy. They're going to be interested, and just like dating, little by little by little will they accept the proposal, right? And so be conscientious. Don't throw out all the numbers. Don't throw out all of the things that you want them to do out the gate, because that's not what they need from you. What they need is to know, like, and trust you. So you're creating this opportunity. You want to get their email. The reason you want to get their email is because no one's going to see you on social media. You might have tens of thousands of followers like myself, hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers. But if only 2 to 3% are actually seeing you on social media, they are not seeing every single post that you put out there. And I know I put a lot of time and effort into my posts, those little micro blogs, right, that are creating content, the video clips that are coming from my long form content like this. And if they're never seeing them, they're never going to convert to the thing you want them to be converted to. And now so much of Instagram is sell, 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 and they're not wanting to buy. They just want to have that experience of getting to know you more. Now, transitioning from 7 touch points before someone buys, we're upwards of 11 to 17 touch points before someone buys. So email allows you to come into closer proximity with someone, as well as position yourself in the authority, showcasing that you're consistent, showcasing that you want this relationship, and showcasing, based on this sequence, how you provide value uniquely, and literally giving yourself this authority piece before you ever again offer the sell. Remember, this is servanthood, not saleship, right? Okay, so here we go. This is the 10-part welcome or nurture sequence that is leaving your money on the table. If you're not doing it in this order, you can switch it up if you want. If you're not doing this in this order, you are missing the moment to actually convert. And I need you to know of conversions, when I am telling you of this list, I am only giving them one call to action. If you're giving them multiple calls to action, they don't know. It's like shiny light syndrome. Which one do I choose today? You can't even track the conversion of that specific email. You can't track the click-through rate to see if it really worked for you, because you're offering too many links. One link, one conversion, one service at one time, so you keep them engaged. Again, at the very end of this sequence, when you get into your sales sequence, this also applies. So be very mindful. All right, here we go. You guys have waited long enough, very patiently. First one, deliver the freebie. I talked about how you're getting the email capture from the very beginning. You want to create a landing page, and it's giving them something of value. All those ideas, scroll backwards if you need to. Take note of which one meets you. Maybe it's a challenge. I didn't mention a challenge. Maybe it's getting them into a Facebook group, a private Facebook group where you get their emails. I would really encourage giving them something of value outside of a Facebook group because that's an inundated space. But these are some options, okay? So first, you're gonna deliver the freebie. You just got their email. Please, please, please be mindful that this needs to be automated. If you think, oh, I'll just send them the email once I get their email and this will be cute and we'll create relationship. No, no, no. This 10-part series, this email sequence is pre-established and you want it running on autopilot. One, because then it can happen when you're sleeping. And I know I want to make money when I'm sleeping. I want you to as well. That is stewarding your time and energy and resources well so that you can multiply your message, so that you can serve more people. It also is giving the person the thing they want. Imagine if I was like, I have an itch right here, right here, right here in the middle of my back. I can't reach it. Will you grab it? And you're like, yeah, here's the perfect scratcher back scratcher thing. And then I didn't get it for 48 hours. Guess what I'm gonna do in the meantime? I'm either gonna find my own back scratcher device or I'm gonna have somebody else gift me or give me the answer to the problem that I'm immediately trying to solve. When you're on social media, when you're on the internet and you're looking for something, no different than when you came to search for this YouTube or this podcast, because I know it's in multiple places, or you saw this on Instagram, you were looking for something that it paused you enough to say, ooh, I need that. So do you need the 10-part email sequence that's gonna not leave money on this table? Otherwise, you are. Cash, a big wad of it, is hanging out over there for you to grab. But you have to first offer value so that they even think to open their wallet and give you that money. First one, deliver the freebie, make it autopilot so that they get it immediately and can scratch the itch. Number two, share your story. Let me give you an example. When I met with my email marketing person for the first time and we curated this, he was asking me such intricate questions that I was weeping with a stranger, a dude on the other end of the Zoom call in a place that I was supposed to be like in my bikini hanging out before I was going to a mastermind experience. And instead I am sitting in the hotel weeping as he's asking me questions to create an email. Yes, that is how deep you want this to go. You want it to be raw, you want it to be you, and you want it to be your story. Tell them why. Why did you do this? What made you curate this business? What made you even think about this deliverable that you already previously gave them? This is email number 2. Number 3, and all of my numbers are wrong. So 3, here we go, is to include your bio into the next one. Introduce yourself. So you told them why, and now you're like, oh, by the way, here's all of who I am. This is your bio. You're claiming your social authority at this point. If you don't know what social authority is, I'll talk to you about it on another channel or another show. Make sure that you understand social authority and embed it into this specific email. Number 4, where can they connect with you? Maybe your email is not where you hang out the most, since this is on autopilot. Maybe every single day you're on Instagram stories, IGTV, a Facebook group, a podcast, a live show, whatever it is. You want to give them access. Remember, 1 call to action in order for them to show up into that space. Number 5 is to check out your blog or your podcast, or something different. Maybe it's an online magazine. Maybe it's another link to an online space that you've developed or shared or gifted your expertise to. This could also be a social authority builder. So the fact that I'm building in the fact that I've done 3 seasons of live interviews, over 150 episodes, where I've streamed to all of these different places, and I've had this type of entrepreneur, creator, pastor on my show. It's building authority without selling. They're saying, oh wow, she's connected to this person. Oh wow, she's been on a show with this person. Oh wow, she's written for this magazine, right? You're building it in only so that they can trust you more, okay? Number 6 is to set expectations. This is the email where you're gonna set expectations of what's next. Every month, you're gonna get this roundup newsletter. Every week, you're gonna receive the Monday vibe, right? Whatever it is that you're going to consistently give them. Now, this is not the end of your nurture sequence, because there's a couple more emails. I promised you 10. In addition to the fact that after this, you're going to lead them into a sales sequence. We'll do a whole nother video on that. So make sure you subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It will give you direct access to these things. and you can review them or leave a comment or ask me a question. I love to be active with you guys, okay? So number 7 is, what type of content do you share and what can they get excited about? So again, you're literally giving them the backstory. They want to know more about you. What value can you give them in this email? So for me, if I'm delivering a backstory or I'm providing more content, I might give them this video. Hey, did you guys know that in the business development regards into coaching, I teach you and show you and implement with you if you need an email marketing strategy, a sales sequence, a nurture sequence, so that you can then kit and make sales on autopilot when you're sleeping and create those booked calls, right? This is the part of the establishment of business that I love to do. So if you are looking for help, not just in here, but you're looking for how to get coached, how to actually have somebody serve this up, kit it up for you, create the copy. That's what this Media Mogul, that's what Fit and Faith, that's what Tamra Andress Coaching is all about. You get to utilize my resources in order to do so. Okay, number 8, reviews and testimonials. I love this one. So if you are trying to bring people into relationship with you, what better way than to say somebody else to create that connection? Hey, this person did this for me, right? I love a good video testimonial. If you don't have video testimonials, you can get written ones, you can get screenshots of Instagram messages that people have left you, but I would highly, highly suggest a video testimonial because it really puts that person in perspective, gives them the authenticity that you didn't write it or that they didn't script it after a long, long time. It's right on the spot, and it really helps the person say, oh, I'm just like them. I can put myself in their shoes. I want to be coached by her, or I want that useful tool, or I want that great program. All right, going into number, I think 8, 9, 10. Yes, 8. We could just say 8. 9. What event is coming up? Okay, so again, I'll read back by these and you'll have them as a part of the show notes as well. But what event is coming up? Maybe you have something coming up. The biggest thing about this sequence, and you want to be mindful of, is you want it to run on autopilot. So if you're putting a date within here, you're gonna have to take note that you're gonna have to go in and change it. So maybe it's an event that is consistently. Every third Wednesday of the month, I host a masterclass. I'd love for you to be a part of it. Right? So like things like that, that they know that they can trust and it's gonna be there and you don't have to go back. I don't want you to have to go back to this at any point until you're revamping your entire program. All right, number 10 is start to promote your smart sale, your servant sale, right? This is really important. So this is going to lead into your next part of your sequence. So you're going to say, did you love all of this value, right? I love that I've been able to connect with you. It's been such a joy getting to know you. Part of what I really love to do is this, and this is where they're gonna start learning about it. The call to action could be another testimonial. Call to action could be a landing page. The call to action could be a group. Whatever it is that you want to drive them into the closer proximity of the funnel, because this is funnel building. Email marketing is like here, you've got Instagram and all of that, but email marketing is bringing them down on autopilot, right? Okay, you guys, that was really good. Let me go through them really fast. 1, deliver freebies. 2, share your story intimately, how you got started. 3, include your bio and your social authority. 4, where can they connect with you outside of the email sequence? 5, tell them to go check out a blog that you've written or a podcast that you've been on. Number 6 is set expectations of what they can have and what they're going to get through being in your community. Number 7 is what type of content do you share and what can they get excited about? Number 8 is reviews and testimonials, ideally video. Number 9 is what event is coming up. Remember, you want that to be a date that's not going to go away. And number 10, start to promote your servant sale, which will be a part of the sales sequence that you can find on another show. All right, you guys, remember, subscribe. I love you. My name is Tamra Andress. I'm so excited for everything that's going on in our community. And if you want to get invested, I have plenty of ways that you can give me your email address. So I would be happy to share in the show notes where you can go and do that. So you can see firsthand how my sequence works. I want you to not recreate the wheel. Go ahead and copy. Copying is a compliment, and that's exactly why I'm giving you the behind the scenes of the 10 ways that you can get the money that's being left on the table currently in all of your social media outlets. All right, y'all, see you later.